So really cool company, knows what they're doing. That's Dallas North Aquarium. What's going on, aquarium builders? Today we are at Dallas North Aquarium, obviously here in Dallas, Texas. I used to work here for about 7 years of my life. So this is a very special place for me to walk you through here on our Aquarium Builders video. We have brought over a Tideline Lagoon 47-gallon aquarium. We're gonna set up here today, but I wanna show you through this store. It has both freshwater and saltwater fish here. This is a full service store. They do aquarium installation service. We're here in the fish room. On the left side is all saltwater. On the right side is all freshwater. So when I used to work here, you'd find me on this side. As you can see, it's a very busy store at any time you come into Dallas North Aquarium. Here, another coral showroom. You can come in, pick out frags, large pieces. They do a lot of used aquariums here. One thing I think is really cool about Dallas North Aquarium is they bring to life discarded used aquariums, maybe something on the marketplace. You can see this one's like only 150 bucks. We could clean this aquarium up, and on a video in the future, I will show you how to take one of these aquariums like this, clean it up, and make something that has so much more value for you than what it looked like when it came in today. And then we have our show tanks here. And in this one, they're going to put more of your kind of soft corals, entry-level corals. It's a old school oceanic 175-gallon bow front that's right behind this wall on a 48-inch stand. Here's a planet aquarium. This is where they make their salt. This is where you fill up your water. Really cool stories I could tell you. But we don't have time. So back here, look at all these trucks, 14 trucks, 15 trucks out here. All of those, if you come here during the day on a weekday, they're all gone. That means they're out there and servicing aquariums all over the Metroplex. So a really cool company, knows what they're doing. That's Dallas North Aquarium. Getting to what you are here to see is the aquarium build. All right, this is a brand new color that Planet just came out with called Arctic Gray. I really like it. It's a darker gray. Looks nice and clean. So these come with the pump, all your plumbing that you need. Everything is worked through this back compartment, and that's, you know, it's 6 one way to have them as the other. Hang on the back filter, they pull it, and it goes through a chamber. This is like a big hang on the back, but it doesn't hang on the back. It's built into the back. What we're going to do here today is we're going to do a freshwater aquarium. We've brought some dragonstone from Naturescapes to escape this out. It's hard to tell from the video, but you can just see kind of that clay-like dust coming out of it. Break one of these up so we have a bunch of little pieces that we can use.
I think since this is a clay-based rock, you probably don't even really need a hammer.
Whoa! You thought right. Look at that. Saucy flexing her experience here. Okay. We're going to time it today.
What?
It's 12:30. Okay? It's 12:30 right now. We're going to time this bad boy. Let's see how long it takes for us to set up this 31-gallon Tideline Lagoon aquarium.
Okay, Shawn. So here's something that if you don't feel particularly creative, or maybe this is your first time scape, how do you feel about just working off a picture? I think that's a good place to start.
You want to see if I can duplicate something you pull up?
I think you should be creative, but I think for people that want a starting point,
yeah,
find a picture of what you like.
Okay.
Like, so this is kind of what we did with our last scape.
Yeah, as you can see, that was dividing it in half, one pivot point.
Let's do something different today, maybe? All right, so let's pick something different than what we did.
Ooh, look at this one.
It looks like a castle.
I can do that. All right, here we go. Now here's the pros and cons. Way bottom, and then add the sand. That's one option. Then there's sand, and then add the rock. That's your second option. Downside is if you put rock on top of the sand, it can move over time.
Totally.
And that might really mess you up.
Do some rocks. I'm going to sort your sizes for you. lay your stuff out here so you can see what you got.
I feel like I'm improving on is giving more of a pathway here. All right, aquarium builders, the day has come, as we do with these builds. Since you're probably new to the channel and we just now getting some content out there, I'll tell you how it works. When we build these aquariums, Evie determines the fish that she wants to go with. We then tell our friend Rob over at SDC, Sea Dwelling Creatures, who has both freshwater and saltwater, and they send us the fish for the build. What we then do is it gives the aquarium time to settle in, make sure everything's operating and running properly. It's always best to kind of make sure, even if you're using some bacteria in the aquarium, it's good to see that the system is operating properly. So always best to wait a couple of days, make sure that the temperature is in control, make sure your flow is right, make sure there's not anything obviously wrong with the aquarium before adding fish. And sometimes that just takes time to let it run. So I would always recommend a couple of days letting it run before you add fish. And then I also recommend putting some bacteria in the aquarium if you're going to go ahead and put some fish in before you do a fishless cycle or something. And there we are. These are white clouds. So we felt like this would go great in this setup. We should have about somewhere between a dozen and 20 of these. These aren't going to create a ton of bioload, but like I said, we like to use bacteria to help with this. We're going to add the fish, we're going to temperature acclimate them, water acclimate them, and then release them in the aquarium, and they'll be nice and safe because they have plenty of bacteria to make sure that we have a stable environment for these fish. So we're just going to float it here in the aquarium. Then a blast from the past here. I'm going to open up a bottle of bacteria I'm very familiar with, and we're going to add it to the aquarium to make sure that we have the proper nitrifying bacteria in the system. This bottle, I believe, treats 50 gallons. This is a 31-gallon aquarium, so I'm going to put the whole bottle in there. It's not really going to overdose it. This is for 50 gallons, so you'll have plenty of nitrifiers in the aquarium, and that'll make sure that everything is stable inside the environment. One thing I forgot to show you while I was here last time, and as I was kind of navigating here to grab the fish, I'm just refilling my little auto top off. I taking a little bit more water than I expected, so even my extra half gallon here was exhausted. And that's just going to give me an extra half gallon of top off water. So if you're going out of town and you have a particularly small aquarium, this is gravity fed. So you're going to run that airline hose through the water. And when it gets past the point where you want to keep it filled to, it'll start dripping out of your automatic top off, gravity fed flipper top off. I am here at Dallas North Aquarium with Shawn Crawford, and what I wanted to talk to you today about is your Planet iPad system. I noticed this when I was here last time, and I know that Planet provides these for their partner program stores, and I just wanted to know your feedback on how this thing is helping the store.
So it's probably the best thing they've ever done. Before, I would either have to have it on my floor with a price on it or look at it in the system, but we didn't have everything they offered and you couldn't see if it was in stock. I'd have 10 employees over the weekend trying to get custom quotes on everything. So we were turning in like 5 or 6 custom quotes every Monday. The customer would have to wait till Tuesday or Wednesday, and at that point they're not going to buy it. This is every aquarium you could possibly build, and you can get the price right then.
As you can see, we've been dripping for quite a while here. We probably added a good half gallon to it, but when you started off with probably less than a half gallon in the bag, you've doubled the water load in there. So I believe that these are okay and good to go. So we're gonna net these out, put them in the aquarium, take our final shot, and we'll be done. All right, aquarium builders, before we head out of here, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the fish we put in here. This is the white cloud mountain minnow. These are native to the China and Vietnam regions, and they're very hardy, adaptable to many different temperatures and environments within the water, different pH levels. Great community fish, very peaceful. They don't get so big, about 1.5 inch maximum length. They're easy to breed. The males are more colorful than the females, and they use that coloration to attract the females. We put them in here about an hour or two ago. They look to be nice and comfortable, so we're going to give them a little fish food. I like to use my Extreme food. It's made here in the US. And it's just really good, clean, healthy food with great raw materials inside of it. And so I'm gonna give them a little bit of flake, maybe a little bit of pellet before we head out so that they're nice and full. And the bacteria we put in has now cleared up, so that'll always be a little bit cloudy once you put that bacteria in there. Those pellets are a little bit big for them, but they'll kind of chew on it, munch on it. Another cool trick that you can do with these is if you wet these pellets a little bit for, for eaters that are a little bit more finicky, or you're trying to get some food to a fish that might be hiding in the bottom, you can actually just wet this food and you can kind of push it together. But as you can see, you've got fish up at the top that are going to be your less nervous fish. And then you're going to have these ones that kind of came out of the rock to eat what's over here. And that's a good trick to make sure that all of your fish find a comfortable time to eat. So